Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to Cowboy Survival. Today, we got a special treat for you. We have got a pre-release version of the brand spanking new Wuben H4 headlamp. Really cool item. It's an 800 lumen headlamp. Wuben has been issuing a lot of new flashlights lately. The G5 is one I reviewed earlier this year. I love it. This is my brand new everyday carry light. I take this with me everywhere I go. I also looked at the X4 that came out earlier this summer. This is the brand new H4 that just released this weekend. I'm filming this on Saturday, October 11th. So this thing is spanking brand new. Just hit the market. So if you want one, you'll probably want to get out and get one quick. I bet they'll go fast. So anyway, this is the H4 800 lumen headlamp. It comes in this nice packaging here. You can see it's got this picture of this stylized guy on the front. I don't know, sort of, and it looks like he's supposed to be wearing a headlamp, I guess. This is in contrast to the standard Wuben packaging, which was always the white box with a picture of the flashlight and labeled the edition of the flashlight that it was. This is sort of a departure from that, and they're changing their marketing, changing their packaging again. So let's look at this thing. Now this is not what I would call an environmentally friendly package. It's got a lot of plastic in it. It's got plastic here on the front. Then when you open it, and I've already opened the seal, I filmed this thing once and then my battery died halfway through it, so I'm having to do it again. So I've already opened the seal, but it does come with a seal on it, and then you pull it out, and it is going to have on it in it this plastic contraption here, you can see. So what you do, you take the top of it off. So it's got two pieces of plastic, so you got to deal with. The flashlight comes in this section. This section here is going to have your basically your head strap, and it's also going to have your USB-C charging cable. And then underneath all of this is going to be your instruction manual. Instruction manuals can be very important. I wouldn't want to overlook the importance of reading your instruction manual. These flashlights will do a lot of stuff, and if you're not paying attention to the manual and learn all the different ways you push the buttons, all the combinations of the buttons, you won't see everything that you can do. So let's take a look at this thing. I'm not going to attach the head. Well, I will. I'll go ahead and attach the band to this. So it's on the back. It's pretty typical. You just slip this band up under one end and then scrunch it up, and it comes down the other side. And actually I've got it upside down. So it's got along the top of the band, it's got a red a piece here, sort of a rubberized edge along the black part of the band. And I'm assuming that, well, let's see, if you want this to say easy, if you want it that way, I guess it doesn't really matter whether that's that way or not, whether it's a top or a bottom. So we'll put this in here. Just slides in those little clips. This is like, every other light that's on the market has got a same kind of system to it. And you can put it, and then you can put it on there, and you can take this thing and you can make it tighter. If you shrink it down, that's great. If you want to make it bigger, you can do that. If you want to tighten it down, you just grab these two buckles and pull them apart, and it tightens down for you. So really easy strap to use. It says Wuben on the back of it. It says Innovator on the front of it. I don't know if that matters anything. But so let's look at the light itself. Now it's going to come with a blue tape on it like this. You got to pull that blue tape off. Now what's not obvious is what you do next. What you're going to have to do next is there's a little clip right here, and you have to take that clip and pry it up just very slightly, and this is going to open. I'm assuming this is to protect the light from the elements. It's got a little plastic housing back here that it fits in. I'm not sure that's necessary, but this is a battery that comes out. So there will be, in this battery, there'll be a little plastic tab that you have to pull out in order to activate this thing. This battery does come out of here. Now there's two sides to this. There's a side that has sort of a rounded edge right here. Then there's a side that doesn't have a rounded edge on it. So when you put the battery back in, there's a little tab on the battery. You can see that little tab right there. That tab goes to the part that doesn't have the little rounded edge on it. If you try to put it in the other way, it's simply not going to fit, and so you've got to put it in that way. Now, the battery is charged by taking it out and putting your little USB-C plug right in this hole here. Interesting thing about this flashlight, when you take the battery out, what it tells you, and I don't know if you can see this in the video, but you can use 3 AAA batteries in here instead of the rechargeable battery. So if you wanted to put in 3 AAAs while you were recharging this, you could certainly do that with this light, which is kind of a nice feature, I think. So let's put this battery back in. And now we are able to actually work this light. And again, it will close. And I think that gives it a little bit of water resistance. So if it's raining, if you're using in the rain, the water's not going to get in there, which is kind of nice. But I can see this thing, if you break this thing off, this little tab here, if you break that off, you're in trouble. That's not going to hold anything anymore. So you're going to have to be really careful with that you don't break that tab off. And if it ever wears out and starts to get flimsy, it's not going to hold it either. Now this light will adjust back and forth, just like any other light will. It's got different types of adjustments, so you can adjust that light to point down if you wish it to. So let's look at how this light functions. You've got 2 lights on the front. You've got a floodlight and a spotlight. And you've got buttons corresponding to them on the top. This one sort of has a bunch of little knobs on it for the floodlight. There's your spotlight right there. Now, to make this thing work, you simply click one of the lights once. You click the left light, the left light's going to come on. The spotlight's going to come on. It's going to come on in that mode. If I hold it, it's going to change modes. Now it's in the lowest mode. If I hold it, it goes 1 up. If I hold it one more, it goes 1 up again. If I hold it one more time, it goes all the way down. And I plunge it 1 time, and it goes off. Now, the thing about this is that it's got 3 levels to it. It's got a low, a medium, and a turbo mode to it. Same thing with this other light. Hit it once, it comes on. Hold it, it goes to a brighter mode. Hold it again, and it goes to an even brighter mode. Hold it again, goes back to easy mode. And, of course, one single click will turn it off. Now, if I wanted to go in turbo mode for this light, it doesn't matter which one of these is on. I can turn this one on. If I hold it, it goes on like this, right? But if I double click it, the turbo mode comes on. Click it again, turbo mode goes off. Now, same thing with this light. If it's on and I double click it, turbo mode's going to come on. Double click goes back to its other mode. Single click turns it off. So this light has a couple of other features in addition to the main lights. First one is a red light. Okay, that's pretty cool. If you hold this down, don't turn a light on, just hold it down when it's off, and a red light's going to come on. Now, if I click that, instead of a single red light, I'm going to get a flashing red light. That's kind of nice. It's got a third mode, which is an SOS mode. So if I click it again, what I'm going to get is my SOS signal, which is kind of a nice feature to have. I haven't seen one of these other lights that really has that. I kind of like this feature. Now, the last feature is kind of neat. So I'm going to turn this off, you simply hold any one of these buttons down, and it'll turn that light off. Now, the next feature is kind of neat, okay? So if I hold both buttons down at the same time, I want you to watch the bottom of this. I don't know if you can see that little blue light that's on. Whoop, come on now. Okay, see that little blue light that's on under there? This is neat. It's a motion sensor. So if I've got my light on, and I pass my light in front of my hand in front of it comes on, pass my hand in front of that sensor again, whoop, it's supposed to go off. It does. On, off, on, off. That's a pretty nice feature there to have. So I don't know when you'd really use it, but to have so that I don't have to turn it on and off all the time, I can turn it on when I need to. And to turn it off, I just hold these down, and that blue light will go off. And then I just turn my light off. It's done. So that's the main features of the light. It's like I said, it's rechargeable. It can use AAA batteries. It's got a turbo mode of 800 lumens, which is pretty good. I have heard in the pre-production version, there were some complaints that the main part of this light were kind of big and that people could see it when they had it on their head. So I'm going to put this on my head. And I'm going to be honest with you, I cannot see that light in my peripheral vision. I can't. I can look up. I can try to look up and see it. And I can just barely see it if I try to look up. This light is not so big that it interferes with my vision. Now, if I pull it way down on my forehead, way down, I might be able to see it, but I'm not going to put it down there anyway. If I can take this, I can do this with this light. I can turn it on, I can turn it off, I can do whatever I need to. But this light does not get in the way of my vision in any way, shape, or form. It's not heavy. I don't think it's a whole lot different than most of the other lights I've seen on the market, except for some of the features it has. It's got some, that red light feature is nice. The SOS feature is nice. The motion sensor feature is really nice. So if I've got the motion sensor feature on, and now my light's on, if I wanted to, I could just simply turn it off like that, and I can go down. See, that's pretty neat. I think it's working. Yeah, it's on. So it's turning on and off. So that's a pretty neat feature. So I kind of like that. It's nice to know that I can do that if I want to. Don't have to, of course, but it's nice to know I can do it if I want to do it. So all in all, I think it's a pretty nice light. I think it's made by Wuben, so it's going to have good, I think, good quality. Wuben seems to make a good quality light. Every light I've had, I've got the C3, I've got the G5, the X4, and now the H4. And I'll be honest with you, I kind of like these lights. I'm really pleased with them. I think they do the job exceedingly well. And they charge up pretty quickly. They come with the charging cable. My only complaint about this one is there's too much plastic. I'm not a real tree-hugging environmentalist, but I also believe, why use plastic if you don't absolutely need to? And this could have been done just as easily with some kind of a fiber, some kind of a fiber material, some kind of a cardboard material, without having to use the plastic. So that is one thing I'd like to see them fix on this. Other than that, it's a pretty good light. I'm pretty happy with it. I think you're going to be happy with it too. Hey, look. Go take this light, check it out. It should be available soon on Amazon. I'll put the link to it down below in the description. I'll also put the link to the other lights, the C3, the G5, and the X4. So if you're interested in those, you can get them. Remember, I am an Amazon affiliate, so if you buy anything using the links, I may get a small commission. I like to tell people, yeah, I've been an Amazon affiliate for about 8 months now, and I've gotten all of about, I don't know, $40 in commissions. I'm not getting rich off of Amazon, that's for sure. So anyway, the H4 headlight from Wuben, I think it's a neat addition to their product line. It's something you ought to go check out and see if it's a light that'll work out for you. So in the meantime, stay strong, stay prepared, and have a blessed day. We'll see you real soon right here on Cowboy Survival.